Yes, sir. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. There's really not a whole lot to talk about. Honestly, today wasn't anything too special, at least out of the ordinary. We definitely have a lot more earnings coming up. And trust me, I'm going to be covering that and talking about that on this channel. But we can't just go ahead and talk about exactly what happened today. So there were some things. It wasn't a heavy news day, except for all the Kanye drama. That was really it. But yeah, so Bank of America actually jumped like 6% today after reporting their quarterly results that surprised investors to the upside. It looked pretty good. Honestly, so far, earnings have actually been pretty okay, which could be one of the reasons why the market is actually doing well. And then on top of that, you actually have something very interesting. The British government has officially U-turned on their fiscal plan with the newly appointed finance minister. His name is Jeremy Hunt. You guys know he replaced the other guy, Kwasi, whatever his name is. And Jeremy Hunt came out and he wasn't playing no games. He had a press conference and he said, look, we're basically going to reverse almost all of the previous tax measures that we had. And then on top of that, Liz Truss actually came out today and she spoke and she actually apologized for doing that. She literally apologized for basically everything that went down and pretty much pledged herself to make it better. And they seem to be doing that. And you mix that on top of the fact that the market has just been going straight down for the last several weeks, on top of the fact that earnings have actually been pretty okay so far. So far, we can't rule it out yet. It's only the beginning of earnings. But you put all that together, the market is rallying primarily, probably because of that. Because you guys know the market did do well today. But again, don't be fooled. I still think the market's going lower. But I want to be very careful, right? When I say don't be fooled, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be buying any stocks. What that means is don't put all the money you have in the stocks right now. That's what that means. And unfortunately, you do have retail investors who do that, which I say all the time on this channel. If you don't have steady cash flow coming in, whether it's from your job or whatever, you shouldn't be investing anyway. If you don't even have enough money to the point where when there are opportunities, you don't have money to buy the dip, then you have what's called an income problem. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example. I ain't the richest man in Babylon. Don't get me wrong. But every single 2 weeks, there is always money that I take out of my checks, the cash flow, the disposable income, and I allocate it to investments. If you don't have a situation like that, then you need to focus on increasing your income, because one of the best ways to build wealth, and honestly, the way to build wealth, is you have to continuously invest in the stock market. You have to continuously put money in. You can't just, I'm just going to put my little $2,000, $1,000 in my Robinhood account and hopefully I find the next 30x stock. You know, it doesn't work like that. So just want to make sure I'm very clear on that, because, you know, unfortunately, I do get a lot of comments. Well, not a lot, but I do get some comments from people saying, I thought you said you were buying last week. The market went down. You're an idiot. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, what is wrong with some of you people? But like I said, I just want to reiterate, I think some of those people who are talking, who are getting upset, are probably people who don't have any more money to buy the dip. So they probably listen to me and bought stocks, which, again, I make it very clear. Don't do that. Never listen to any YouTuber. You want to learn how to fish, not follow somebody else, okay? But anyway, it's just very important to understand the importance of bringing in enough cash every month where you can actually put that cash to work and invest it in the stock market. So just want to make that very clear. I do want to show you guys something actually pretty interesting. So there's a graphic that came up that I saw. I think it was in Bloomberg. That basically said that corporate insiders are buying their company stock again in size during this latest sell-off. And there's a chart that actually shows that a lot of corporate insiders are buying company stock. And so, you know, there's this old saying that, you know, insiders sell for a lot of reasons. However, they only buy for one, because they see opportunity. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. Just because an insider buys doesn't mean that the stock market is bottom or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. Insiders don't understand the stock market just as much as we don't. You know what I mean? Like, they're not gurus just because they're insiders. You know, this is the advantage they have. Because they're insiders in their company, they may have a sense of how their company is attractively valued. Does that make sense? Like, they might have a sense. They might be looking at their company right now and saying, man, things really look good on the inside. And a lot of people on the outside don't know what I know because I'm working on the inside. But based on what I'm saying, yeah, this company that I'm the CFO of looks very attractive valuation wise. Let me go ahead and buy some shares. Now, I'm not saying that's the specific reason, but that's just kind of my think. Again, I'm not saying that what I'm thinking is fact or anything like that. I'm just telling you guys where my thoughts are. So I want to make sure everybody really understands that. The other thing I want to show you guys is according to Deutsche Bank, there was a graphic that I saw as well from them, and this was Deutsche Bank. They came out with a note that said that estimates for Q3 earnings have taken a large negative turn in the last few weeks. This is worse than what is typical outside of the pandemic shock. And this is a significant departure from the pattern of earnings estimates cuts in the past couple of years. So what does that mean? Well, so far earnings have been good once again, but it'll be very interesting to see what impact these earnings cuts have going forward. And again, we are really going to be interested in seeing what some of these major companies have to say. Again, we got some big ones coming up. We got Johnson & Johnson. We got Tesla. We got companies like that are reporting, but I just want to make sure I showed you guys this. But overall, in the short term, I can't really think of any negative catalysts. In the short term, I want to be very clear on my thoughts. And again, these are just my thoughts. They're not meant to be copied. They're not meant to be taken as law or fact. These are just my opinions and my thoughts that I'm sharing with you, okay? I think short term, there's a reason to be bullish on stocks. I do. Now, again, I'm not a trader. I'm long term, so take it with a grain of salt, but I'm just giving you my thoughts. I would not be surprised to see a short-term bear market rally. I just wouldn't. Everything's shaping and aligning to show that we're probably going to get that. However, in the semi-long term, meaning the next 6 or so months, I still think we're going lower, folks. I do. And as a matter of fact, there's another graphic that I want to show you guys. You guys know my main reason. I feel like I've went over this so many times. But basically, you just look at the regular bear market chart, and you can see that on average, the average bear market stocks have fallen 34%. And so just looking at history tells us that we probably have further to fall. And I know people don't want to hear that. And I know the squirrel, time in the market. Oh, my God, you know what you're talking about. Me, Kevin, I do talk about the paper. You don't have any more content. We're tired of you. All the squirrels. I know squirrels. I know. But whatever. I'm going to continue to give my thoughts, and that's just what it is. So anyway, there you guys have it. That'll go conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.